Hello everyone, I'm Sam and I'm joined by Christopher.
Hello.
Hello, and we are from LCAProductions and welcome back to another episode of Lovely Cooking.
Well, hey.
Ooh, yeah, we are back and today we are doing a Christmassy episode. This is pre-recorded so it's not actually quite Christmassy yet, but don't worry, it's Christmassy when you're watching it probably. So yes, we are going to make mince pies, but instead of pastry, we're using toast. Or bread that's going to turn into toast. Yes, we're then going to maybe do a upgraded custard as well and a quick whipped cream. The recipes for them won't be on the website, they're just a bonus thing. We're not doing a special segment today, we're doing them instead.
Okay, well there we go.
So, we're going to start with the mince pies first. Okay, so we'll cut the bread first. We've just got some basic bread here. If you want to grab, Christopher, 6 slices out of there, please.
Okay,
not including the ends.
Not including the ends, okay. We'll give you them as freebies. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 slices of bread.
I'll grab a chopping board that I forgot. Okay.
Do not worry, I have washed my hands.
Yes, I shall do that as well. Good point. Okay.
Bread.
You can use whatever bread you want. I just chose a random bread that didn't have too many slices in. You can use brown or white. We're going for a brownie bread. Depending on how sweet your mincemeat is, it will depend on whether you want to balance it out with a more sweeter bread or a less sweet bread. Okay. So let's look at our tin. We want to find. We're only making 6. That's how many this recipe makes.
Okay. 1 for each slice.
Yes.
Am I right?
Noticed.
Am I right in guessing then that if you want more, you get more slices of bread?
Exactly. Now I think we're just going to use the biggest one we've got. You want it to be a bit bigger than the actual tin is. Do I display that? It's a bit bigger than the holes because obviously you want a bit to get that all loop around to the edges. Okay. So if you cut that out of those 6 slices,
okay, yes.
Try not to get any crust in it. How big is it? We'll use the fluted side. Ooh, practically perfect. It doesn't matter if you get a tiny bit of crust, it's okay.
This means not much waste, which is handy.
Yes, you can use these crusts for something, give them to some birds if you want, or, yeah, cutting, that's good. You might just need to tear it a little bit at the end, so that's okay. And you could use it to make a bread pudding maybe, bread and butter pudding, something like that. Go find a recipe, there's plenty online. So yeah, you want to cut all them out. That is good. Meanwhile, I'm going to see what other size we might want. The next part.
Nearly there. Okay. Oh, I'm just going to have to tear this one on. Yeah. Oh, this one's not going to be perfect.
Oh, that's okay.
There we go.
That's fine.
That was a little
Whilst
bit
Christopher's
crusty.
doing that, I'm going to come around in front of the table.
Mm-hmm.
A bit awkward, it's okay. I'm going to melt some butter. We've got a relatively large knob of butter in here. Just put it in the microwave until it's fairly melted. Try not to boil it, I don't want to go too crazy. This might be a bit loud.
It's possibly quite loud, yeah. It is a microwave. Aha.
And into this butter, we're going to add just a pinch of cinnamon. You could just to give it a nice bit of extra bit of flavour. Cheese. Yeah, that'll do. That's about a pinch.
There we are.
Use a pastry brush just to give that a mix in. There we go. It smells kind of cinnamony. Nice. Okay. I'm just going to rest that on there. Let's put these scraps just into a bowl for now.
Okie dokie, I can do that.
Pop them in there. Okay. So first we're going to get these guys in the tin and then we'll chop the tops as well because we're going to use tops. Now by all means you can add marzipan into this if you want. Marzipan, that's quite a classic thing. I've seen many mince pies, normal and toast, with marzipan in. So did I put the small one back in here? I didn't need to do that.
Is toast mince pie quite a common thing then?
Not extremely. This is a recipe we got from Sorted Food. There's a link on the website to the original recipe, on our recipe, so go and check them out. So what we're going to do is, I could probably do this whilst you're cutting the tops, to be honest.
Okay, so
get just get 2 or 3 pieces of bread. Hopefully, you'll be able to get about 3 in each piece of bread.
Okay, I will get 3 just in case.
Yeah. Hopefully, you can get 3. You get 3 out of that? Well, use the straight edge for the tops,
Straight
I think.
edge for the tops, okay.
Yeah.
I can only probably get 2 realistically.
Okay. That should be fine. We'll use the bread for something. So you want to brush the bigger discs with butter. This buttery cinnamony mix. Be quite generous. This is going to give it extra flavour and also help it stop from sticking inside the tin, even though our tin should be non-stick. But that's fine. There we go. And then once you've brushed it pretty decently, push it into the tin. It doesn't matter if you squash the bread a little bit. That's fine. Try not to ripping holes in it. That's actually gone okay.
That's really good. Well done.
Push it in.
Cool.
Doesn't matter if you squish it a little bit. We're going to continue to brush these guys with a decent bit of this cinnamon butter. I'll just show you one again. Pop it in, press it in, squish the bread a little bit to make sure there's plenty of space in there for that filling. And there we go, that should not stick. Okay, we'll do the rest of these and then we'll come back.
You join me once again with Sam, who has just finished filling the things in the tray. How do you feel about this, Sam?
Well, it is ready to go. Okay.
Fantastic.
We're going to preheat the oven. You could do this early if you need to, but it doesn't really matter. Just to about 180-ish. And next job is the mincemeat. So if you pop that open, Christopher. Nice.
Yes.
And pass me the little spoon.
Little spoon. There we go.
Okay, this is just some shop bought mincemeat. By all means, you can make your own if you want. This one's quite not very liquidy, but that's okay. And we're going to pop it. I'm going to get another spoon. Actually, it smells like Christmas, doesn't it?
It does. Christmas in a jar.
That's what they say.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure that there's enough space in there to get a decent amount of mincemeat. About a teaspoon. You can squash it in. If you can fit more in, do. The more, the merrier. If you see what I did there.
I did. Very funny. Ho ho ho.
Sarcasm is real.
Mm.
Okay. Here we go. And where the crusts are, it's a bit harder to squish it down, but it doesn't really matter, to be honest.
I see.
It doesn't matter if they're a bit rustic, because the mincemeat is still nice and flavourful, even a small amount. It's still quite rich mincemeat,
Yeah.
usually.
Well, you can tell by the smell.
Yeah, it's got quite a bit of flavouring spices and booze in it most of the time. I don't know this one in particular, but most of the time.
Let's have a look, shall we? While you. Apple, sugar,
That's classic. Yeah.
sultanas, syrup, currants, raisins, vegetable oils, orange peel, spices, and lemon peel.
Oh, it hasn't got any booze in it.
No booze.
Yeah, it's just all the
Just
fruit.
And preservatives and stuff. And
Okay.
that means it's very nice.
There we go.
And good for people who are teetotalers.
Right, next bit. Now we don't need to brush the bottoms of these because they're not going to be touching the tins. We're going to put them on top, give them a little push down,
Mm-hmm.
try and stick them onto that mincemeat, like so.
Push them down with something.
I'm just using my hands. I've washed
Just
them.
use your
You
hands,
don't
yeah.
mind, do you?
I do not mind, no. Although,
okay.
pro tip, if you're cooking for other people, make sure you wash your hands.
Keep them keen by keeping things clean.
Mm.
It's a new thing I just made up.
Well done,
Okay.
that's catchy.
We're going to brush these with a bit more of our cinnamony butter so they go nice and
Lovely.
crispy and golden on the top.
Golden brown, almost.
Yeah, and that's basically what you want to cook them until they're nice and toasty and hot throughout.
Lovely.
And I imagine they'll be best served warm. However, I probably can eat them cold. The toast might be a bit soggy, but keep them in an airtight container is what I would say. They shouldn't need to go in the fridge because the mincemeat is usually fine. Just leave
Yeah.
in some, like a cake dome or something like that. There we go. They're nice and buttery.
Cake dough or
So
a
we-
tub or something.
Yeah, we're going to put them into the oven and we'll check on them in just a few minutes or so. Okay, so whilst they're in the oven, they'll take about 10 minutes. We're going to work on our custard and our cream.
Oh, lovely.
So the first thing we're going to do is the custard. So I'm going to grab a bowl that I forgot to get out. So there we go.
Mm-hmm. Lovely.
Okay. So Christopher, if you pass me the custard. So first, this is just a nice way to upgrade a carton of custard, really. Is you take just any carton of custard. How much is in this one? Say about 2 cups. The recipe, as I say, will be on the website. There'll be a link for that in the description. Could you pass me the scissors out of that cupboard, please?
Which cupboard?
The one with the bowls in.
One bowl.
Do they?
Do they?
No,
No.
they're not in there.
No scissors.
They're over here.
Aha!
Don't panic.
I'm not panicking. It's alright. You almost pull the thing off the table. That would be cause for panic.
Boom. That's on the floor. Right.
Well, that's alright.
Custard in a bowl. There we go.
Excuse you.
So normally the custard that you buy from the shops is really sweet, really yellow,
Yeah.
and can sometimes be a bit sickly, and not very vanilla-y flavoured either. Okay.
Well, yeah.
And it can sometimes not go very far because people love custard most of the time. In my experience.
It is true. Yeah.
So, what we're going to do is we're going to use a little trick just to make it go a bit further and level it out a bit. So we're going to take the whipping cream. Doesn't matter what cream you use, whipping or double. We've just got some. I think let's do the whipping cream because that doesn't. Sometimes double cream whips better than whipping cream.
Oh, okay.
Other times not. It depends on which one you get. So we're going to actually use the double cream.
Okay. Changed your mind. Okay, cool.
So for about 2 cups of the custard, you want about just under a cup of cream, I'd say.
Right.
Probably best to do 3 cups of custard to 1 cup of cream.
All right.
You don't want it. It depends how much you want it. It's kind of by taste. So we're going to put in about that much. And remember, it's easier to put it in than it is to take it out. So be careful. And then we want the vanilla. So over there, please, Christopher.
Paste. Lovely.
Yes, this is vanilla bean paste, which has a few more seeds in it than just vanilla extract. It's a bit thicker. Dollop of that. Again, depends on your taste. We're just putting in like a large drip, I guess you could say, or a few drips, and then with a whisk, mix it all together.
Okay.
So it's nicely combined. And so yeah, as I say, depending on your taste, you might want to add a bit more double cream. As again I mentioned earlier, it doesn't matter. You can use double cream or whipping cream. Up to you. Single cream, I imagine, would work. I've never tried it. That's it. Give it a good mix in, and we could probably put a little bit more in because it still looks
still pretty
luminous,
which
doesn't feel good. Ooh, there we go.
There we go. A bit more.
That'll do, I think.
There we go. Lovely. It's now looking.
Of course, you can store this just in a fridge, in some sort of container. Just cover it in cling film. There we go.
Looking like the colour of sand.
Yes. That's probably about the colour you're looking for. Good analogy there, Christopher.
Fantastic,
Sandy colour. And that will just let it down. It won't be as sweet. Don't add too much because you don't want to lose the taste of the custard. And again, that is what the vanilla bean is for, so add a bit more flavour to that. Okay. Obviously, you can eat custard. Do you want to try a bit cold, Christopher?
I'll try a bit cold. Yeah, why not?
Cold custard people do go crazy for sometimes.
I mean, it's all right.
Give it a taste.
Yeah.
Would you say it still tastes like custard, doesn't it?
Still does taste like custard.
It's just not as crazily sweet.
No. Yeah.
Okay, so that is our custard done. I'm not going to scrape that out of the bowl just yet. Okay, so now that our custard is done, we're going to move on to our cream. So we're going to use whipping cream. We might use a bit of double cream. We shall see. We might use about 50-50 just in case. Again, I don't think we were going to put the recipes for these on the website, actually. I might have said that earlier by accident.
Well.
Can you reach that plug, Christopher? I forgot to turn it on.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes, I can.
We also need a sieve as well.
Okay. Sieve.
Good. Do you want to sieve the icing sugar in? So what we're going to do is we're going to make whipped cream. Very easy recipe. Something that probably most people know.
That's how it works.
Yes.
I see.
So, there we go.
There we go, opened up. Lovely.
It's better if you have a whisk attachment. Can't find ours, so this might take a bit of a while to beat it together. You can do this by hand. What you want to do is you want to take it to almost done and finish it by hand, really.
Right.
I don't want to use too much of this because the volume does increase a little bit when you use it.
Yeah, I'd imagine it would when you're putting air into it.
Yes.
Yes.
So actually there's not that much in here, you know what?
Let's finish off the whipping cream.
that's the whipping cream, and then we're going to probably use the rest of this double cream.
Lovely.
Either one you want to use, it shouldn't really matter. Pretty sure, I've never used both before, but I'm pretty sure we're doing it live. As they say, we're doing it live.
Lovely.
We do need the vanilla paste again. We're going to add a little bit of this in. Don't put it down just yet.
I'm not going to. I'm just ready, standing by.
There you go. That will give it a nice bit of an extra flavour as well. And not yet. Still got to put the icing sugar. So we want to add some. This is normally what recipes for whipping cream have with cream, icing sugar. We've added a bit of vanilla essence as well. Now this is down to taste, depending on how much cream you put in, and what type of cream, and how sweet you like yours. It's good to start with a little bit.
Oh, it's coming out the bottom of the box.
Oh, jeez. This box doesn't have a bag in for some reason. That might be enough, because depending on what you're putting it with as well, if you're putting it with something really sweet like Christmas pudding, it's quite sweet. You might not need...
odd. I just inhaled sugar.
Yes, icing sugar does that.
Yep. It is sweet air that I'm breathing.
It is very weird, isn't it? Okay, let's just do this over here, so when it leaks out the bottom, it's not as bad. Jeez. Whose idea was it not to put a bag in the icing sugar? It came like this, should I mention?
It was, well,
Silver
Spoon. They decided to do this.
Let's call that enough, and we shall see. I'll just rest that on the top for now. So if you want to put that down, there you go, that's going.
Lovely.
And then we're going to mix it together slowly. This is going to get quite loud. You want to speed it up. Start slow and then go faster once it gets thicker. Okay, so once it's got almost there, as you can see, this is actually quite thick, almost where we want, because we want this to be a thick whipped cream. You want to try and catch it before it goes too far. Take it out of the machine, then finish it by hand, because it's very easy for it to go over a machine. Right. So we're going to give it a bit more of a whipper until I think it is good. Now, the longer you store it for, it might start to go wetter after you store it. Maybe. So, as you can see, it's pretty thick and it's not going anywhere. So that is done. Fantastic. If I take this bowl, we're going to put it into that. We're going to put our custard into the jug, and then I think our mince pies will be ready, and we'll come back. Okay, so our mince pies are out, and as you can see, they look pretty brown. Because we used brown bread, it's hard to tell they've gone quite crispy, but if you just feel the top.
Oh, I can hear actually.
Yeah, you can hear the crispiness. So you want to put them on a little cooling rack to cool. We'll do that off camera. We'll let them cool down. If you want to cool them down a bit, it's probably best, because the mincemeat does get very hot.
Yes, I'd imagine so.
Custard is in a jug. Probably could use a small jug, didn't have one. Cling film that, leave it in the fridge whenever you want. Put our cream in a bowl. Probably should have used a bigger bowl. Oh well.
Oh well.
And again, cling film it, leave it in the fridge. Or you can put it in a piping bag if you want to pipe it. It'd be really fancy.
Fancy, oh
yes. So, I think we're about ready to test these mince pies. The custard you want to heat, probably best to just do it in a microwave or on a hob if you have lots of it, or if you don't have a microwave, until it's as hot as you like. Pretty decent, probably your best idea to get it probably quite hot. Don't overheat it because it will curdle and boil and you don't want that.
Yeah, no.
Cream is ready to go, as I say. So yeah, we'll get our portions ready and we'll get testing.
Lovely. Is it useful leftover bread, by the way?
Dip it in your custard, right? So, let's put one of these onto this cream.
Lovely.
Look at that, look how nice that looks. It's quite a lot of cream. One of these into the custard. And I'll put the rest of these away.
It's not going to sink, is it?
Right. You taste the custard one, I'll taste the cream one, and then we'll swap.
Oh, there's no way I can just... Okay.
So try and cut it in half.
We're submerged now. It's gone. It's actually completely vanished into the custard.
They're a lot easier to eat by hand.
Yep. This might not have been the smartest move.
It's fine. Careful, you make sure you give the mincemeat.
There we go. I got it. Oh no! Okay. I need to move closer. There we go. Ooh. Okay.
Cream goes really well.
So does custard. Didn't get much
That's a
mincemeat.
lot of cream.
I didn't get much mincemeat on that one because I got mostly bread because it fell apart on me. But I could really taste the buttery, or butter.
The buttery butter.
Yeah. Wow. That's really good. Yeah.
And what's the custard like?
Very nice.
Mm.
Probably could have done with maybe a few more seconds in the microwave, but.
Oh yeah, I tried. Didn't want to go too hot.
Mm.
Well, there you go, everyone. That's how you make toast mince pies and an upgraded cream and custard. Hope you all have a nice Christmas from all of us at LCAProductions.
Indeed.
And that's the end of Lovely Cooking, actually.
Oh, well.
This was the last episode. It was only a short series. Go watch all the previous episodes. We're making loads of interesting stuff. And check out the recipes on the website. We might be adding more recipes on there that we didn't do videos on. Maybe. It's not confirmed yet. We might just keep an eye out. And yeah, be sure to check out where the original recipe came from for all our recipes, not just this one. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for joining me, Christopher.
You're very welcome.
And yeah, we'll see you on whatever the next video is.
Okay. Wow.
Goodbye.
Bye.